So do you have a specialty niche product that you like to sell?
So obviously I've got a ton of background in retail, and then a decent amount in build outs, and from a project construction standpoint. So I would say that that's where I can help a lot of our clients, but I've been able to get experience already in every area of commercial real estate by, again, just working with the right group.
Yeah.
And so I would say that we don't necessarily have a specialty at this point. It's,
Okay.
but Doug's extremely savvy on the investment side. And so I think I'm going to be able to hopefully be very well-rounded for our clients, and just continue to branch.
I know you will. I always reference Doug's quote because I had never heard it before. If the only tool you have in your tool belt is a hammer,
everything looks like a nail. Yeah. Yep. That's a great quote.
Every problem looks like a nail. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. So we kind of covered this, but what do you bring to the table with your experience at Sam's Clubs that other agents don't?
Well, I became a general manager at Sam's Club at 25. And when you're a leader at that age, at that scale, you learn a lot.
Yeah.
And that's not always fun. And I will tell you that a lot of the, expertise I have came through, some struggles.
Gotcha.
So I've been humbled early on. And then to, change industries, that was a tough process in itself.
Okay.
And so while I have had a lot of success, it hasn't been easy by any means.
I can imagine.
And so, you move 7 times with a company, you reach, where you wanted to be in the ladder, and then you get there and all of a sudden it becomes unfulfilling.
Yeah.
So I think having some of that success and then also being humbled, and then being open to learning a new industry, that's all going to be key. But I think, again, being able to partner with our clients and see things from an operator mindset is going to be critical. And that's going to be something that I need to lean on as I progress. I
can imagine you have a lot of creativity and imagination because of your experience with repositioning buildings. So you would I can imagine you would be a great agent that could find some great deals because you're creative with the build out and understanding how to reposition a property. And now you found this, deal that another agent probably would have passed up.
Yeah, one of the cool things about what we would do with Sam's Clubs when we would go in and remodel a property is we would do it in phases. And so you'd have to move the merchandise out of the way, do the construction, and then move the merchandise back and do the same thing in multiple phases around the store. And so, you had to be very creative. And I think it has prepared me well for certain aspects of this career.
Yeah.
And so a lot of experience I'm fortunate to have.
Yeah. You're going to... Man, talk about there's no competition at the top, there's all collaboration, but man, talk about, your colleagues and just having to step up your game when you kind of see what everyone brings to the table, all of our different skill sets. And because we do have different skill sets, we're not in competition, with one another and we can collaborate, but man, I know you're going to be a powerhouse.
You talk about competition, something that always strikes me is we were challenged in Little Rock when Costco came in with Sam's Club, and the CEO of Costco actually came and visited my store, and he was walking around by himself, and I just took it upon myself to come over and talk to him. I said, hey, we were, interested that y'all were moving into town, you could say.
Interested.
But it hasn't, taken quite the hit that we thought it would. And his response to me is always, I've always thought about it. He said, this is America, and there's enough opportunity out there for all of us. And you look at when giant corporations are looking at it that way.
Exactly.
People like yourself and me, we need to be learning from each other and helping each other because especially in a market like Huntsville, there's plenty out there.
Exactly. I agree. So tell me how you're sticking your toes